All right guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank each and every one of y'all for clicking on today's video. Well, today I am going to bring you along like we do every day, but I'm going to try to show as much as possible as my everyday life. Like I said, just me. Steph's inside doing laundry and stuff, but I'm going to try to bring you along. It's probably going to be a boring video, but I'm going to cut segments out. It ain't going to be a 7-8 hour video. We're going to cut it down to 40 minutes, or at least try to. And that way you can see what goes on here at the farm. Well, good morning, Tom. Or not Tom, Jerry. Good morning, Jerry. There's all the lovely birds here. They all should be flying down here getting ready. They're all running back here. They know what time it is. Look at them. Isn't that amazing? Y'all hungry? Well, let me get y'all some food. I gotta get the feed buckets. Them coffee cans seem to run out and grow legs. All right, let's get in here and get y'all some food. I know y'all just starving this morning. Watch it. They're starving. Bag of scratch. Poultry feed and stuff we'll grab here in a second. Let's go ahead and get these birds. So I got the dog food, and what we'll end up doing this morning is, after we get through with all the other animals, we'll go ahead and go through and water everything, and then later on this evening is when we will actually fill up their feeders. All of them have big feeders, so with that being said, they have all day to eat, and then we fill them up before the evening goes around. Now, some of them have small ones and that we're going to be replacing, but most of them have the large feeders that will actually last them a couple days. But today, I mean, I hate to really say what we're going to be doing, because you just really don't, I don't know how the day plays out, but some of the things that I would like to get done is actually get the electric fence done. I'd like to get the water line started. Just a second, guys. Just a second. In here. Come on. We got one of these guys going to be going to a home. Their new home today. Yep. There you go. There you go. Katie is gone. We've moved them back up here last night, and one of the reasons why we did that, we're going to start cleaning that pen out, and I got some sawdust shavings we're going to put in here, just because once they get in here, it's so hard to keep these things clean when you got the shavings in. Is that good? You're the one leaving today. You know it. This little girl right here is leaving today. Yep. Oh, look at you. Yeah. Yeah, you like to play, don't you? Yeah. You like playing. That's the little runt right there. Look at you. But anyways, that's what we're going to be doing, is fixing that pen back there and getting it ready to start having chickens in it. One thing we got to do, we got to take the door part back off, wire off the front here, and redoing it. This is where Katie pretty much just ripped that door out. So let's go through and get eyes on everybody this morning and check on them. These are the buttercups. Pour this out, and I mixed some 17%. I think it's 17. It may be 14% in this. That way they can have both. We did get away from the 22%, but the reason why was the birds were just getting too big and fat. So most of them have 2 feeders in them, like this in here, and we keep it full of both of them. But if there's just one single feeder and it's a big one, we usually kind of put scratch, and then I'll put the 17% on top. Hey baby, you don't look good. What's going on with you? You don't look good. Yeah. What's wrong? Okay. You're gonna have to go. Yeah, you're gonna have to go with us. She's gonna have to go with us. We're gonna have to take her and give her a shot and put her on. Actually, I'm gonna leave her right here, and then we'll come back around with the side by side once I get through with going through all the chickens, just to check on everybody. Which we got 3 roosters in here. 1, 2, 3. I think. Yeah, there's a third one right there. In which I know some people's going to say that's too many, but I've got other people say that as long as they don't fight, they're perfectly fine, and as long as the hens don't get beat down. These are our black Orpingtons, and they've stopped laying, and which I'm glad they have stopped laying. And one of the things that with us changing the 22% is it seems like now they don't lay as much. Once we get into the breeding season, that'll be what we want. So this is another thing that I need to do on my agenda. These are my black English Cochins. Is actually, I got to build a ramp to go up here and for them to get in. And I know I didn't explain it very well the other day on the video, and there was some comments saying, well, why did you build them if you're going to have to build ramps? Well, the black English, they can't fly up that high. So I'm going to attempt to put a ramp up there so they go up in there and hopefully lay. So we'll see if that'll work. Looks like everybody's got beautiful red cones. That's what we want to keep right there. See how beautiful that is? That's the goal. These are the silver lace Wyandottes. How y'all guys doing this morning? Look like everybody looking good. Oh, we got a few eggs back there. That's another thing that I'm going to try to get done. I've got to go to town and get some more boards, is to put up some more roosting bars, and to help keep them from getting back there and actually nesting in the boxes. But if that doesn't fix it, I know what we're going to do to keep them from going in there. Check on everybody here. Make sure, oh, looky there. Looky, somebody's in the nesting box. Getting ready to lay her an egg. And that's what I got to get for the other boxes, some of those little red flappy deals. Probably going to put in some more hay too. I got a couple of eggs out here. The Jubilees look like she's getting ready to lay some too. You're starting off early this morning, lady. You're starting off early this morning, lady. You're okay. Do your thing. There's Jerry and his running partner. Guineas. These guineas are usually all good. I don't go in there just because once I get in there, they'll start acting out. I do need to put some more shavings down, and actually I'll go ahead and do that now. All right. So what I'll do is I'll let them just go ahead and work that out, and they'll get in there, start scratching it. And we may end up putting some hay in there too later on. Turkeys look pretty good. These are the peacocks. The peacocks are always good. They got all their hay back there to the back. So how she's acting right there, something's going on here. See how she's either going into setting mode, just the way she's acting, or they're starting to turn against her. So we're gonna have to watch her throughout the day too. But she's full of feathers, so obviously nobody's attacking her. I bet she's almost in set mode. These are the young black copper morans, which they still got some feed here from last night, and we'll let them eat on that today. But these are the really young ones. Oh, what are you doing? You getting ready to film? Oh, today's video, I'm just kind of walking them through with what I actually do.
Hey, your numbers look professional.
Hey, I know. Look at them. Look at them, guys.
I still think they're backwards.
She thinks A should be over here, but I went and put A down here because this was our first pen, and went A, B, C, D. But I do love the numbers. And another exciting thing that I like is today the stencils will be here for us to paint the numbers on the back. So if somebody's here taking care of the farm while we're gone, they know what to mark on the eggs. And then I will have a chart in the incubator room, what breed is in each pen with what number, so we'll know what baby chicks and stuff were born. So I got to get out of this. It's starting to get hot. Yeah, it is. The kids got their little wagon parked there. I'm gonna go ahead and come around here and get that one hen. She doesn't look good at all. Looks like she's got a cold or something. Come here, baby. It's okay. Yeah, you don't feel good at all, do you? Yeah, she don't feel good at all. She's got some kind of cold or something, so we'll take her over here and give her a shot. But I gotta feed the dogs on the way over. Whoa, 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 where are you going? Get back up here. Get back up here, baby. Now you better hang tight right up here because there might be some chickens get on this side by side. You already got y'all's food this morning. Watch it. You better get down there. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get this girl over here. I try to stay in the same routine so everything gets done, which the big animals, all I got to feed out here first thing this morning. Everything else, and then we'll got the quail. So I'll go ahead and take care of the quail, and then we'll go back out and feed the pigs and the goats and the llamas. Good morning, baby girl. How are you? I know it burns. I know. We're going to go back outside, and I'm going to put you in a little pen. I know you got some respiratory stuff going on. So the other hen that we ended up putting in the back with the silver lace Wyandottes, she was doing good this morning. So hopefully we can get the other one healed up and this one healed up and get her back out there. Look at all these little babies in here. Yeah, we're getting ready to have to upgrade. Getting ready to have to put some of them in here because, like I say, we've literally got, I think this next go around is, we got 3 racks that's got to go on lockdown. So it actually says the 12th. Actually, need to go now. So the ones I'm looking for is 3A, 5A, and 5B. This is 3A, but we'll go ahead and put them in here real quick. All right, so Steph cleaned this out for me last night because the last one, I don't know if we showed, it was a hatch of a 300, but I know this egg ain't no good. And you can a lot of times feel if these eggs are good or not. You know, some people ask, well, what happens if you forget to put them on lockdown? Really nothing happens other than they fall from the rack that they're on. And, you know, I try not to let that happen. Sometimes it does get busy, you know, when we have something unexpected happen here on the farm and your routine gets off, and then you do mess things up. But we try not to let that happen. If you've seen the last video, we did really good at the last auction. I was very well pleased with it. Now, is every time going to be that way? No, but you definitely enjoy and cherish the times that they are that good. Once you get your name established, yeah, you usually have some pretty good days at the auction. Okay, now we want A5 and A or B5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, yeah, push them back here. All right, guys, so we will give them a couple days. They should start hatching tonight. That's one thing I like about this incubator here. I put mine at the bottom, put a piece of wire down so they don't get splay-legged, and then they can pretty much just start hatching from there. But this is the HB 500, and this is the CT 180, which this thing will hold almost 1,300 quill eggs. Well, it will hold over 1,300 quill eggs. Actually, I've got some numbers here. This one here is the HB 500. It will hold 1,386 quail eggs. It will hold 490 chicken eggs, 336 turkey, 336 duck, 210 goose, and 210 peacock. And this one here is the CT 180. And the CT 180 here will hold anywhere in between 324 to 468 quail eggs, 216 pheasant, 180 chicken, 120 turkey, 120 duck, 72 goose, and 72 peacock. Well, with that being said, we have partnered with Hatching Time. We love Hatching Time's products because by far these things are simple. You hook them up, put water in them, and you're good to go. The hatch rate is unreal. Like I said, we partnered with Hatching Time. This is the Pro 24 egg incubator. It comes with automatic egg turner and your humidified display. I'll show you, I got it set up over there. We're gonna be setting some eggs up as well, excuse the quail. But one thing that I like about this one is Hatching Time, they think about all of it. And you know those little styrofoam incubators that we all used to have? And the hatch rate's not very good. Well, it's got where you can put the water in it, and then You just keep water in it throughout the hatch, the 21 days. Well, something that Hatching Time has added to their incubator, I will show you. They've got a slot to where you can add a bee port that actually up the humidity the last 3 days of the hatching. And if you know anything about hatching eggs, you know the humidity's got to be high. So the reason why I'm going to show you all this is most of y'all don't need a huge incubator to hatch thousands of eggs, hundreds of eggs. And some of y'all may have been watching and enjoy what you see and think, hey, I might want to try to hatch me some just to see how easy it is or what it's like. Anybody can hatch eggs. And this right here, I have not ever used one, but I've watched videos on it. But I have so much faith in Hatching Time. I know this thing's going to work 100%. We're going to document it on the way, but I'm going to go ahead and put this in the video. And just like any of our other products, if you want to give it a try, I'm going to leave a link in the description box. And one thing about this is it's got the stable temperature. It also got the humidity level display. It's got the extra water top, what I was talking about a while ago. And then it also has where you can actually candle your eggs. I'll show you that as well. And it's got the countdown timer, and this is the egg candler as well. This is going to automatically turn your eggs. So this thing, if you've never tried, I wish everybody give it a shot. At least try it once so you know what it's like. But if you're just wanting to hatch, you know, a couple dozen eggs, a dozen eggs, this one here will be perfect for what you're wanting. So let's go over here, hook it all up. I got some eggs. We're going to put them in there and we'll start watching on a countdown because chickens actually take 21 days to hatch. At day 18, that's when we basically call it, we put them on lockdown. Well, with this incubator, you can actually set it to where it stops automatically and puts them on lockdown. You don't have to do much to it. So let's go over here and take a look at it. So we got it out. I'm going to put it in this corner here. Let's go ahead and, well, I ain't going to plug it up yet, but I'm going to show you what I was talking about. I'll show you how to plug it up. Each of these is going to hold 6 eggs, so that's going to give you 2 dozen. You could also put duck in there and whatever else will fit in there because you can, I'll show you that here in a second. You can actually adjust the date and time when you want it to stop turning. It's pretty neat. So let's go ahead and pull these out. Simple to pull out. Oop, didn't mean to break that. Better put that back down in there. I don't know how I had it. There it is. And if you get to looking, here's your little rack. This is where the baby chicks are going to run around on. But inside here, you can see that there's different reservoirs in here. If you get to looking on this side, you got 2 reservoirs on the outside. They consider this one A, this one's B. So when you put your eggs in here, you want to put water in A, and you follow it, and water goes in here and stays in A. You don't want it to run out. But when on the last 3 days, you want to fill B up as well. So then you put it in here, and then you got water all the way throughout there. And that's what's going to raise your humidity to make it easier for the eggs to hatch. So I thought that was pretty neat. Let's go ahead and get this back in here. Super simple to set back up. You just put the turners back in there. And another thing I like about it, with it being like that, it will be super easy to clean. So on the back here, you have your plug-in for your egg turner, and then you got your AC power plug-in. So this is the egg turner. It's connected to the incubator. All you got to do is put it in there, plug it up. It's hooked up, good to go. Then we'll get our power supply, put it in there, plug it up. Now it's good. It beeped at us, and now it's going to go ahead and go into setup mode, or it's going to go ahead and start heating this up. All right, so we got it plugged in. We're going to check the temperature, see what it's set on. Hold that down for 3 seconds. Tip for 3 seconds, 95. You can raise it up or you can go down. We're going to leave it there, hit temp again, and it goes back to normal. So I've already got it set on day 18, but for some reason, if you need to reset that, get it wrong, hold the day and the minus down, and it'll reset the whole thing. Beep. And now we're back to 21. So if I want to set it at day 18, I'm gonna hold the day button down, and then we're gonna move it to day 18, and then hit that again. So if I want to test the turners out to make sure I got them on there correctly, hit the plus button right there, and you can stop it, or you can get it to turn just like we did there. And like I said, I showed you how to reset it if you need to reset your days. All right, so now if you want to actually kindle your eggs when it's ready, push the minus button, you got your light come on, then you just set your egg up there. And these black copper morans are actually hard to see, but there is a lot of daylight in here. It would be different at night, and once we do kindle them, we'll show you. Not only this, even while this is running, we can set it, come over here and kindle the eggs ourselves. We won't have to use the flashlights anymore. What we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and get some more black copper morans. We're going to go ahead and set them in there. I got 2 dozens, and I'm going to set them in there. And then later on today, we'll probably get the CT180 and get it up on a stand, and we'll set some eggs over there just because it's about that time. They're all starting to lay. So let me grab these eggs and we'll be right back. All right, so we got 2 dozen here, and we bought these at the auction the other night. And what we're going to do is go ahead and open them up. Now, when I buy eggs and I travel with them, I'll let them set for 2 days before I actually put them in the incubator. So what we're going to go ahead and do is I'm going to take this off. I'm going to set this backwards, and I'm going to go ahead and fill up the water reservoir that I'm going to be using. Started, but I'm putting it in the A reservoir. And as you see water right there. That means it's full. So once it starts getting lower, that means you need to get water in there. That's completely full now. But here's the deal. I ain't saying my way's the right way. That's just the way I do it. If you choose to try it, thank you so much. But if not, you're not hurting my feelings. All right, there we go. We got them in there. Let's go ahead and put the top on it. And then we'll sit back and watch the humidity start setting up. Get the top on there good. We'll scoot it back there. And like I say, we'll monitor the water right there. And we'll come back and take a look at it later on. Hopefully, when we get done with everything else, it'll be time to come back here and we'll check and see what the humidity is like. So what I'm going to do now is I go through each one of these and put... Well, that's still full of water. Refill these trays. Hey, buddy, how are you? Or not trays, refill their waters. I do believe we are going to go back and get our quail feed from A&W. It's a 22%, and I think we need to stay with that with the quail. But on the chickens, we're going to stay with what we got over there. All right, so let's see what's going on in here today. Got a couple out. Got eggs. So the eggs are still coming, but I do think we need to get back to that, the quail eggs, or the quail feed. So what I'm going to do is try to set everybody up in here for a minute and go through and get the eggs. So Steph had come in here and started putting these in the cartons, but these next ones will actually go in the incubator. We are thinking about starting pickling eggs. So that might be something that we start looking into. We got a bunch of eggs here. Baby girl. Get it? Come here. Come here. I caught it. Baby girl, get you. Definitely got a bunch of eggs. We didn't actually collect them yesterday, so I'll go ahead and get them out of the way today. I thought it would be a good idea to switch feeds, but I don't know if it will be on the quail. Now this one's busted, but I kind of think it's a double oak, really. Let's see. Just tore it, and I'm gonna lay it out right here. I'm gonna take this off here, and this shows you these big eggs are actually double oaks. See there? See how that's separated there? That's why it's called a double oak. You can see that there's two oaks in there. That will never hatch a chicken. So now we'll set these guys in here. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and place these eggs over here for now, and then we'll have to go through them and actually check all of them, make sure they're good, and then we will start putting them in their racks here. I'm going to keep the racks right over here. When I get started in this, it's a pretty fast process. And I started doing it like this because I got to adding up. It was taking a long time sitting there waiting for those waters to fill. Well, on the farm, if you have a farm, you know time is everything. So that's, sometimes I have to get in here and just water, and then we'll come back and feed afterwards. We actually came in here right about 11:45, and let's see what time it is now. It's 12:51, so a little over an hour we've been in here doing our chores. And that's all of them. So now I'm gonna go in here and get these waters. Y'all big ones flying around, y'all are gonna have to go to one of those little kennels. So we checked on the babies when we come in here earlier, and their pad's not really bad. And most likely what I'm going to do is I will wait until this evening when I come back in, and I will actually change it out so we can actually get through the day, and then we try to get as much time we can out of the pad. So basically when we come outside this morning, it was right about 9:30 is when we started everything. So it does take a little bit longer as I'm trying to document our whole day, but it just kind of gives everybody an ideal what we actually do every single day. So now I'm going to show you, if you look at it, over here is mainly feed that is down there. Down here is a little bit of water, but like I said, with this many in here, it doesn't take very long to actually get it to like this. We are going to actually most likely have to end up getting another place that we can start housing baby chicks, but we'll just kind of play it by ear and see what happens. What are y'all doing in there? All right, now I got this water left over, so what I'll do is come over here. I'll come over here. I ain't got a camera guy today, so like I said, the car's broke down, and I don't know what we're going to do about the car yet. Probably need to, the water out here is so hard, probably need to get over there and actually clean that out. We may do that this evening. Showing and walking y'all through things, because right now, let's see what time, well, there's my lovely wife. Hopefully, see what she been doing. What you get done today? What you get done?
I just finished feeding
You fed everything?
the big animals.
Okay.
I
So
feed the dogs and the chickens. I wasn't sure what
I've already
you
fed the dogs, and the chickens are good. All I liked was the animals,
Okay.
the big animals. So everything's done.
I haven't watered
Okay.
the big ones.
I'll go ahead and go ahead and go through that. But that's one of the things that, we have to do, especially when we're here. Now, when Chase is here, it's a lot easier. But like I said, with him, the car having issues, we're to the point that we really can't put no more money into the car. I think it's a starter, but it's possibly a flywheel as well. And I really, really do hate it. I mean, he's came a long ways and he's learned a lot. But unfortunately, I just don't think we can put any more money in the car. And hopefully he can find transportation. But that was the deal with the last go around. He was unable to find transportation, so that's the reason why we sunk about $1,500 into it. But we just can't put no more money in that car.
No, because we rebuilt everything.
Yeah.
When was that? Like
We've redone the transmission. We've redone
23?
Yeah, well, they did the transmission. The motor hasn't been redone.
They fixed everything that was wrong.
Yeah,
Anyways.
and it's an older car, so as time goes on, more things are going to happen. But I'm just hoping that he can come up with another solution. I did tell him last night that try to figure it out, see if he could get it to the shop and get. He said he found a place that he can actually get the starter on there and put it on for $500. But I told him if he was able to do that, we'd put it on a credit card and that would work. But otherwise, if we have to go up there and get it, we're probably just going to sell it, because we can't put no more money into it. But we'll see what happens. Maybe he can come up with another vehicle. The bad part is he lives about 45 miles from here, 40 miles. When he first started, he didn't live so far, but he ended up, once we ended up finding another apartment, it was a little bit further off. But if he is a little bit closer, that might also help on the vehicle situation. But I don't know. We're going to play it by ear, but I know the last few days that me and Stephanie's had to go back to the old ways. But I mean, we get it done.
I enjoy it. I mean, it's kind of like a downtime
Yeah.
thing. I mean, it's better to have the help because we can get more things done, but it just makes you think what.
Yeah, it's just one of those deals. We just don't get that extra time to do our other things like edit and go out and make little videos and take the time to make videos. So now we will just go into video on what we do, because once we get done with whatever's going on, it's time to go to ball practice or ball games or. But we'll figure it out. We've always figured it out. So I'm going to go over here. Looks like the ponies have got into feed. Yeah. Hey, come over here with that side by side. Hey, y'all back up. Why in the world? I will put it in that one because I was going to put it in mine, but hers has got all the feed in the back. I've got to go to Stillwater Mill and get some more 22%. I'll just throw them on my shoulder.
Ooh, I seen that coming.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this up here so they don't break it. I may just leave that there for now, and then I'm gonna come back. I'll pull this out and get this lined up with here, and I'm just put wire around it because I ain't gonna use 4 poles for that or 5 poles for it. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and get that pole out of your car and come down here and go ahead and set up the electric fence. But what we will end up doing here is getting a piece of wire, and we will attach it to these and go up and across and down so it stays hot as well. And then that's already hot all the way around it. And then I'm gonna get that electric box deal back there in the back as well. And then also I've got to make the shelf for the CT 180 so we can set the rest of those eggs. We'll get this and then go back here and get this other deal.
Probably need that extension cord too. We have others, but
yeah. There's a pole there too. That's a copper pole too. That's another, with it being where it's at, we don't have to run very long of a extension cord to the red building. That's the deal. I've got to run and get feed, but we can't really leave yet. We're waiting on somebody to come pick up one of the dogs. And I think we will go get the feed once they pick up the dog. Let me get the bunch to get done today, which it'll most likely go into the night. I'm gonna hook that baby right here.
that's barely moving.
That's good enough there. All right, there's that. Got that there. Let's check everything, make sure nothing's touching. All right, I just got this little white guy out, or little white girl. She is getting ready to go to her new home. We are actually fixing to meet your new owners at Stillwater Military. Kind of worked out great because we was fixing to go get feed anyways. So, say goodbye to the farm. You sure did get a fat belly. Look at that fat belly. Oh, you got a fat belly, you know it. Oh, he's a good boy though, or good girl. Yep, you're gonna go to a good home though. Okay. This is the hard part when you gotta let go of these guys. Don't want to, but we can't keep y'all. Can't have everybody here. You know it? Sure can't. All right, guys. I don't know if we'll do any filming, but we're going to put her in the car and we're going to head to town. So we will come back and finish up the fence and all that good stuff. Yeah, I hope I don't get no nails down here. These tires don't have no green stuff in them. All right, I need to find a good place to put it. That way baby girl can sit there and watch it all night. That girl gonna watch it? And I can't believe the people want you to go get fixed, baby girl. They want you to go get fixed. I might want some babies. Get baby girl, give us some babies. You know it? Might want you to get us some babies. Whoa! Yeah, get you some babies. Yeah. Inside here. No, that girl, you can't eat this. Set it right there. All right, you gotta go get
The girls for tumbling.
She's got to go get the girls ready for tumbling, and I'm going to go ahead and finish the things I was doing out here. Babe girl?
The goat was looking at her like, what are you?
Babe girl. Babe girl, go get inside. Come here. Come on, you don't need in there. Come on. You gotta go inside. Okay? Well, I know I'm gonna put something over that feed, because if not, you'll be up there trying to do your thing. All right, I got baby girl in there. We'll take the truck up there and trade it out for my side by side. Well, actually, the side by side's right there. You want to take the truck?
I was coming to get my drink, but...
Yeah, I'll take the truck, and then I'll take the side by side. I'll get it up there in a bit. I still got quite a bit to do. We actually ran into town and met Randy and his wife, and they took the little white dog. I say little, but they took the dog, and they're on their way home now. So we're going to get back here. Like I said, we had to get feed anyways, but we're going to get back up here, and I grab my camera stand, then we'll come back and start finishing the electric stuff. But I got my camera stand now. And what is the horses doing over here? Y'all found the... Dadgummit. They got into... The kids left their feet out when they fed. Which they've already ate today, but they're just kind of like anything else. They're going to eat as long as it's there. But I do want to get the fence done today. The fence is going hot today because we got the goats in there, and I don't want them to be jumping in and out. Because with them doing that, that's going to tear up the fence. But we got it all hooked up. I just got to walk the line and make sure everything's good over here, which I know it is over here. I've already walked that part. Let's go ahead and go back up here. But I still have to run a line across up there at the top to make this hot. Okay, I still got these ran right. They're good. These look good. And that's kind of the big deal. That's the reason why I hate going to town, because anytime we go to town, it seems like we lose a couple hours when we go to town to get back out here and get everything set back up, try to get back on track. Where does I get the pliers? And if I change my mind later, I can do it. There it is. Whew. Got lucky. All right, there we are. We got it all hooked up now. So let's walk down here, plug it in, and see what we got going on now. And that was another deal, like Steph said earlier, is before we had to run the extension cords a long ways. Now we just got to go right here to the barn. I don't think it's, does it always make that noise? I think it only makes that noise when it's grounding on something. So the fence is on. It is hot. It is working. A few of them's already hit it. Got a little zap. I don't think they will be going back and trying to get over the fence. Cowboy, look, Cowboy, here, Cowboy. You better hurry up while you can, buddy. There, you better get it. You better get it. Well, they're after that hen. It's working, but for some reason I think it's grounding out. But one more thing I got to do before it gets dark is I got to go in, get the measurements for that nesting box, not nesting box, for that incubator, and get that thing built so I can get those other eggs in there. Well, we actually got to give these guys some feed here before it gets too dark so they can go to bed. All right, let me get y'all some feed so y'all can go to bed. And the other ones we can take, oh, sorry. We can take care of them once we get all this other stuff done. I just want to cut these pieces while it's still daylight. I told Stephanie today when we went to Tractor Supply, I got some more stuff to put on the chickens so they wouldn't fight each other, and so they wouldn't pick on one another. And the vet said to go with the blue coat or something like that. And then I know there was so many of y'all saying, don't use that, use this. But I'm just going to go with what they had there at the lumber yard. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and first I'm going to check this incubator. 95. Yeah, the humidity is at 55, but I like it to be at around 63, but we'll just kind of go with what they got there. So I like this incubator here because I can get in the back. May put the other incubator over there, but I still want it to be the same height, I do believe. That would put it, the top of it, right about there. We build at 34. Probably put it right over there on that side. Let's go 34 by 20. Baby girl, you better get inside. You better get inside. What a mess, what a mess. I can only imagine the perfect people out there that is going to eat me. I can't believe you got this still going. I can't believe this. I can't believe that. it is what it is. Especially the person that I irritate so bad because all my tools ain't in the right spot. They're really going to be disappointed that my area is not cleaned up here. All right, there's 34. Now I need, what did I say? 30. Start piecing this baby together. Get my drill. Got my screws. All right, guys, I'm back at it. I had a phone call, so I had to take it, and we ended up losing daylight. But, all right, let's try to get this thing going here. All right, so that's that. Get this baby set up here. This is where it's going to go. We'll get it in there and we'll get it leveled out. The only thing I'm kind of worried about right now is this night cold air is not good for my lungs. All right, so we got the table done. We got to get that up and going tonight. We still got to get eggs too. This is a little heavier than what I thought. This thing sure is sturdy though. Baby girl, where you at? Baby girl. Baby girl. Baby girl. You need to come out here to me when I'm hollering. Come here. I was scared you went out that window. You need to come to me when I'm hollering for you. You don't wait. Yeah, I know. I know you're a good girl though. You better hang on. We got to do a few things. I thought you done ran off. All right, we're going to put this one right here. Hopefully it holds its, this ain't level, but a lot of it's probably with this carpet. I meant this tile. Here you go. Hop down. You want down? Okay. Here, get down. Hop down. Good job. Good job, baby boy. I'm going to put a deal up here. I think that's the way I want it. Yeah, we'll get everything out of here and go ahead and... All right, let's get this baby hooked up here and try to get everything going. I'm gonna go ahead and flip this around and open this up because the fan is fairly dirty. Really wouldn't do this, but once you get started in this, you're pretty much going all the way through the season. Yeah, see, this is all, see how dirty that is? I'm gonna take that fan, I'm gonna wash that out real quick. Yes. So I do recommend keeping these things clean, especially if you got hard water. What are you doing out? Got another one out. Where y'all getting out from? Get in here and start feeding for the night. That's one of the deals that most of the time in the mornings when you come in and feed, you really don't have to top it off that night. But means that we had to go to Stillwater Mill and get some more of this 22%. I had to refill them tonight, so tomorrow I'll refill them tomorrow morning, and then we'll be back on our regular schedule. I'll get another bag. Let me go get one real quick. My phone ended up dying, so I don't know where it stopped. It's time to feed in here now. What was I doing? Oh, back over here getting this thing ready. Everything's good. Need to clean out the bottom of that real quick. All right, let's shut it up here. And I got to get that deal so that it can work on the humidity. That way we can get the humidity going. We'll go ahead and let that soak. We still got those eggs up there, and really I need to move them because baby girl will mess with them. I'm gonna put them on the top up here. Go through all the other animals over there, and then when Steph gets back, I'll probably have her come down here and help me change these out. It's just so much easier with two people because you got to get all the birds on one end, and it'll make it a lot easier. These other eggs should be hatching pretty soon. Don't see nothing yet. That's okay to give them a couple more days, but when we come back down, I got to bring the humidifier deal, and we'll go ahead and put these eggs in the incubator, the black copper Moran, because these are over here in this new one. Check the temperature. Temperature's still good. Humidity at 57, and you can see we still got water in it. So that's rocking and rolling. Let me get my other phone. That's the deal. My phone died a while ago. Literally, my phone has died 3 different times today. Yeah, luckily they all didn't have to be fed today. They got big enough feeders to get them through the day. But what I'll do is I'll go ahead and go through there and check it. That way nobody goes without feed or water. I wished I would have recorded a little bit in town earlier because almost everything's been recorded other than going into town. I want to ease down here and get some dog food real quick. Oh man. go ahead and take a little bit of this with me as well, because some of them, like the little black copper wrens, we have to feed them. They've got one of those little coffee cans. Before we actually go over there and do that. Hey baby, what are you doing? Yeah, let me go ahead and feed y'all. I know it's late. There you go, girl. Y'all ready? Huh? Are y'all gonna bark and keep everybody away? Scare everybody, hopefully? All right. There y'all go. Now we're gonna go back this way because, as I tell y'all, that we end up locking our birds up at night. And remember when I told y'all that one night that every bird is on their same tree? Well, there it is. They have their certain trees they all actually get up and get on, and that's where they roost. It's kind of like these guys. They're all in their little barn for the night. They don't live in here. They just get up there and roost throughout the night. Same things with these guys. They get up there and roost throughout the night. Hey, you got room up there? Get up there. If y'all remember the Jubilees, we ended up taking all their eggs the other day, but we still can't actually use these eggs because there was other roosters in there. So what we will do with these, we'll just gather them and we'll give them to our neighbors or something like that. That way, because we got so many eggs, it's unreal. So as y'all know, those silver lace Wyandottes, we ended up getting, separating a bunch of them. And when you separate them, they do not like leaving their area. So these birds here actually go in that pen over there, but they do not like leaving their area. Why ain't y'all up on y'all's roost? Huh? Make sure everybody's good. Yeah, y'all don't sound good. Y'all didn't sound like that this morning. So I think what I'm going to do here, I'm going to dump their water out for tonight, and then tomorrow I'm going to go ahead and let me check on the other ones as well, and I'll kind of tell you what I'm going to do. So now this is things that I've never really showed what we do at night. When I come down and check on the chickens and stuff and just kind of watch them and look at them. And you got to do that because that's how you keep close eye on what's going on with your birds. As bad as people want to say their stuff about us, this is the stuff that we never really show because there's nothing exciting about it to keep people interested. You still feel really good though. Honestly, guys, this is the first time these waters have ever been dumped. And I know that sounds bad, but You don't have to clean them. There is no slimy stuff in them. No slimy stuff, no nothing, because the algae does not build inside of them. So we've definitely cut back on the roosters inside here. What I'm actually looking at here is trying to see their poop. And I know that's disgusting. And like I say, this is one reason why I've never really shared any of this. My battery's about to go dead on my personal phone, and I don't have another phone. But what I'm going to be doing here is I'm pouring out all the waters. I think that there may be a possible chance that the coccidia, I know I'm not pronouncing it right, might be coming along. I think they're kind of catching a cold. So what I'm going to do is I dump out all the water for throughout the night, so they can't have no water up until probably about 9:30, 10 o'clock tomorrow. And then I will come back through and I will put water in there, and I will put medicine inside of it. So when I do put the medicine and everything in it, then they'll come in and they're really, really thirsty. So they're going to drink it really, really fast. And that way they digest it and it starts working in the body. So now there's probably going to be somebody saying, well, that's cruel, taking the water and stuff from them. I can't believe you're doing that. It's even just like if you was going to a doctor without a procedure or whatever. You can't have nothing to drink or eat throughout the night. So this is kind of what this is. You know, we hardly ever show this. Now, I'm not going to get into what type of medication we use, just because I'm not a professional, and I'm not going to be responsible for any of that. But, you know, we just kind of try to stay on top of things before it gets too bad. And other than that, that's all we're going to do. I got to go through and dump out all the waters, because if I'm going to start medicating them, I'm just going to go ahead and medicate everybody. That way, if it's passed, you know, everybody's going to get the dose of the medicine. You got a full day of what we do on the farm. And y'all seen the couple of projects that I got done just because, you know, I had everything else going on. And now I know there's going to be the ones saying, well, you got too many animals, you need to get rid of. Here's the deal. I don't got too many animals. I'm showing y'all what our daily life is. I love doing this. Yes, it is a lot easier when we got help. But at the end of the day, if we don't have help, we can still do it. I mean, that's one thing that just irritates the floor out of me, is somebody get on here and tell me I got too many animals, I need to do this, I need to do that. I don't come to your house trying to tell you what to do and you know, things like that. So what's it right for you to come over here and try to tell me what I need to do with my farm? And you know, we do ask for y'all's opinion from time to time, but we've never asked y'all if we had too many animals. And once again, I just talk freely, what comes to my mind, what bothers me, what I think about. So it ain't one of those deals, everybody tell me, well, don't worry about them, Brandon, this. I'm not worried about them, but I speak what's on my mind. And I'm not going to change that for anybody. That's just the way I get through the day, and that's what I do. But I will tell y'all one thing. I love each and every one of y'all, and we greatly appreciate everybody that watches, and we just greatly appreciate each and every one of y'all for being a part of our family and helping us get along on this journey by liking and sharing our videos. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and run up to the house and put my phone on the charger, and I'm going to come back down here and dump the waters out. The feed and all that looks good. So actually I'm going to stop up here and feed the puppies first, and then I'm going to go to the house. I know, I got your food. I know your sister's gone. Yeah, I'm gonna. Quit. But for now, guys, I want to thank each and every one of y'all for y'all's love and support. If you're new to the channel, every video isn't boring like this. This was just showing you my everyday life, what it's like to get up on the farm and get started from daylight to dark, fixing to go in the house for the first time. I've been in and out to get a few things, but to actually sit down and get something to eat will be the first time. We stopped at a convenience store on the way back to get a snack, so it's time for dinner. I'm gonna put the phones on the charger, come down here, dump everything else out. Thank each and every one of y'all for watching. If you're new to the channel, be sure to like and subscribe. Hope you have a wonderful day. God bless.